Imagine you see an ant, a strong-minded, growth-oriented ant that has made a decision that my goal is north, and every single day it crawls towards that goal one step at a time. And if you zoom out, suddenly you see that that ant is sitting on the back of an elephant, and that elephant is walking southwards. Chances are the ant is not going to get to its goal because it doesn't realize that it's sitting on a giant creature that is taking it in the opposite direction. And that's our relationship between our conscious mind and subconscious mind. When we are trying to, when we've set big goals for ourselves and are trying to accomplish them and are faced with resistance and are unable to break through that ceiling, chances are that our elephant, our subconscious mind, is holding us back. You see, human beings are lazy animals. We tend to put most of our life on automation, and most of our decision making, in fact 95 to 99% of it, has been outsourced and automated, and it's outsourced to our subconscious mind as programs. Now, if you want to consciously and effectively move towards our goal, we have to reorient our subconscious mind, this elephant. And there are 3 simple ways through which we can do that. First one is repeated information exposure. We've got to curate the information that we are exposing ourselves on a consistent basis. Think about the goals that you have and find information that is in alignment with that and expose yourself daily. It could be through affirmations, could be through a specific gratitude practice, could be through specific podcasts that support the goals that you want to accomplish, or books, or what have you. What's a bad idea is to expose ourselves, especially first thing in the morning when our subconscious mind is most primed to change, with social media. It's a space where we cannot control the kind of information that we get exposed to. A better idea would be to optimize your social media channel so that it supports the goals that you have, and that could be a content for another time. But that's the first step, repeated information exposure. Number 2 is consistent habits. You see, our subconscious mind is habitual. It doesn't learn through watching these videos or even just reading a book once in a while. It learns through repetition, through habits. So, for example, if you have a goal to transform your body, to change your body dramatically, do something consistently every single day, even if it is for 10 minutes. So even if you can only exercise for 10 minutes at a time, 10 minutes in a day, do it consistently over a long period of time. And over time, what starts to happen is that these habits, even though they remain for a short period of time, they become part of your self-image, part of your identity. You become the sort of person who exercises every day, even though if it is for 10 minutes. So that's the second thing. Look at your habits and consistently, consciously program the habits that are in alignment with your goals. And lastly, it's positive reinforcement. See, every single time we do have a positive outcome, just like we train an animal. Every time there's a good behavior, we got to reward it. Right? So every time we do see a progress in a particular goal that we are trying to accomplish, we got to acknowledge that through daily journaling. You would realize that it may sound easy that we got to acknowledge every time something positive happens, but human brain is actually loss aversive. You may notice that it's easy if someone gives you a compliment, it's easy to forget that, right? And if someone says something bad about you, you remember it for a really, really long time. We got to reorient that elephant and move it towards the positive side. And how we do that is every time there is a positive proof, we got to acknowledge it through daily journaling. If something great happened, just write it down as a gratitude practice. Another thing to do is positive, as I mentioned, positive reinforcement. Every time something good is happening, make it a milestone. You got to celebrate that, reward that. So your brain starts to recognize that in this direction I get positive reinforcement. And over time, your subconscious mind gets aligned to your true north. Now, these are 3 simple practices that anybody can do at home to reorient their subconscious mind and plant right subconscious programs in alignment to their biggest goals.